We just moved to Brazil and have fallen in love with suco de maracuya, so we're going to show you how to make some right here. First, you're going to take 2 maracuyas and cut them in half, but try not to use a dull knife like my husband did here. When you cut them, you want to try to cut all the way through. That way you don't make a mess, kind of like my husband starts to do here. Okay, let's try that again. So we're going to cut it all the way through, and then once you open it, see, no mess. Okay, next, we're going to scoop all the insides of the fruit into a blender. And yes, you pretty much want to scrape all of that good stuff, all the good juice into the blender. Pretty much everything except for the peel. And yes, seeds included. Okay, now we're going to add water to the blender. Now, I don't have a specific amount, but we definitely try to add just a few cups of water. And remember, you could always add a little bit more later. Now, we're going to add some sugar just to sweeten it up just a little bit right before we blend. And now, we're ready to start blending. You're going to want to blend for about 15 to 20 seconds. I promise it doesn't take long. And once it's done, it'll look nice and foamy at the top like this. Okay, so now we're going to filter out the seeds. So to do that, you're going to need 2 things. Some type of a strainer like this and a pitcher or bowl, just something to pour in the actual juice to. So we're going to put the strainer over the pitcher just like this. And little by little, because the pitcher's kind of small, we're going to pour in the juice that we just made. That way it captures all the seeds and the pulp that we don't really want. From there, you're going to take a little spoon or just something and just kind of swish this around and kind of push some of the excess juice down in there. And you're going to throw away the rest of that pulp. And yeah, like I said, because our pitcher is kind of small relative to our strainer, we're just going to repeat that process a couple more times. I'm going to swish around that pulp so we can get as much juice to pass through as we can. And that's pretty much all of it. See all those seeds? All the black stuff is the seeds that we don't want to ingest, so we're going to throw all that away. Okay, and at this point, my husband did taste it, and he decided it needed a little bit more water just so it wouldn't be so acidic. So he's going to add some more water. We're going to blend it up with a little bit more sugar. And this is our final round, nice and foamy. And at this point, since we already got rid of the seeds, we're good to go. We don't need to strain it again. And now it's time to give it a test, and we're going to give it to somebody and see what they think. Okay, so this was my taste test, and honestly, you guys, this drink was perfection. 10 out of 10 recommend it. You've got to try it.